Hello everybody, thank you for joining me back into Ostriv. My name is Axfield. With today's episode, I want to focus on improving my logistics. So I haven't really spent that much time in adding more carts to my town. I've only got 2 cart sheds and at the moment I've got over 700 population and I don't think that's nearly enough. So I want to add myself maybe another 2 cart sheds at least and also add a few more cart parkings. And I think that will also maybe help us to transport the hay more effectively between the locations of where it should be, and hopefully we won't run out of the hay again. And yeah, if you are new to the channel, please do remember to subscribe as well as press the bell notification button, then you can stay updated on everything that I do. Now I want to also extend the town towards the back here, as I've mentioned before, so I want to maybe just place a bridge for now. We can use the extra wood because my forest trees are full at the moment, so I want to just get rid of some of that extra wood. So I think the best way to do it is to just build another bridge. We've got 33,000 wood that we need for the bridge. So that's going to be good just to utilize all of that wood. So let's place it like that in line with the other 2 bridges. I think it's going to just look so much nicer if it's all aligned. Currently I'm also busy laying out the pavement here towards the top. I'm doing it systematically, small pieces at a time, but I've got a lot of stone in storage, believe it or not. From where I was really struggling to get my stone, at the moment I've got over 12,000 stone, so that's really improved quite a bit. So let's just see where we can place the different cart sheds and cart parkings. I want to now first see where I did place the 2 cart sheds. We've got one over here, and I think the other one, there we go. So there's the other one. So they are pretty well spaced out. But you see, the thing is, we've only got 5 carts that we can operate there and 5 villages that can also operate those carts. So we've effectively got 10 carters that can operate. And I don't think that's nearly enough for all the production that we are doing. So I think what would be good maybe is to add another cart parking, or a cart shed rather, right over here. I think this is a good spot. So let's just square it up nicely over here. And then another one we can place more towards this side. So there is a sweet spot for us to place the cart shed right over here next to the oil workshop. So it would make sense to place it over here because then we've got a cart shed literally on every corner of the town. So they're well spread out. We're going to end up with 20 carters. And I think that should be sufficient for all the production that we are doing now. I'm going to maybe just do 1 cart parking as well for the laborers to operate. So let's... It doesn't look nice with the piece of building sticking out like that, so... Okay, you know what? Let's do it that way, in any case. The people are walking through here, so I need to keep it kind of a little bit further away from the fence. So... Gonna bug me with this piece of wall sticking out, but I'm gonna do it like this in any case. Let's place it over there, and let's also look to maybe place 2 additional cart parkings. You know, I could just place it over here, keep it all together. Yeah, so let's do 1 over there. It's kind of out of the way, and then of course we can look at maybe placing another one over here like so. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let's place the cart parking right over here. We're not going to place anything additional going here towards the top. I was thinking of maybe placing a small chapel here. That would make sense. We can place on a later stage. I'm going to just maybe place it here as a thumb holder. Or a placeholder, and I want to say a thumbnail, and then I got 2 different words in one. So we're going to keep it there as a placeholder. I'm going to just keep that on pause, and then we can add a few trees, and we can add the pavement and a few shrubs and all of that, just to make it look nice. Maybe even put a fence around it. But I'm just finishing up with all of the pavement that I'm laying here. So we pretty much completing the town square now. I'll maybe add in a few spots, I'll add a few shrubbery and a few trees here and there. I'll still add afterwards. But we're getting close to done with this town square. So I've got a whole bunch of people that moved into the town now again. So I'm thinking of just maybe, let's add another 2 workers as construction workers or builders. And you can see now here, the forestry, they've pretty much cleared up everything here, which is exactly what I wanted. So we can now, it's such a big space. I didn't realize at the beginning how big of a space was left here. But we can really do something nice here. I'm even tempted to do like crop fields, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's see here. We've got the people from Penutine. I'm going to just go ahead and trade. Seeing here, I can push my warm clothes amounts that I'm selling. I can push the export amount even higher, because you can see we've got now currently 2,000 in storage. So that has really grown so quickly. Let's do 600 here as well. Okay, and then of course the beer. I'm going to leave the beer. We don't have any extra beer, so I'm going to just leave it at that. But the warm clothes I'm going to push up to 800 for now. I am really tempted to look for a location of where I can place additional barley crop fields and additional flax fields. So that's 2 extra ones that we definitely need, because we don't have that big of a beer production. You can see that we've run out now, but we are starting to harvest the barley, so we should be able to restock that now pretty quick. Yes, we've got plenty of Orica. There's no issue with that. You know, if this forestry can work quick enough, we can just clear up this space and then we can use this space also for crop fields. I don't intend to expand the town towards this side. There is a lot of space, like a really lot of space. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave it like that. I want to utilize this space, expand the town towards the side, maybe even build like another city hub here where all the 4 rivers comes together. I think that would be nice. But on this little stretch here, we can add a few row houses and a few production buildings maybe at the back. I must say, with the current setup that I've got for the money, is working really well. I haven't had anybody that had issues with money, and I haven't issues with money myself. So I think the setup that I've got now is working awesome. So you'll see here, I've got my village house rent now on 1. The apartment rent I'm going to keep low because they can't produce any crops, so they can't make an additional income. The land tax, I'm going to keep it at 0.1. I don't have issues with the money as it is. But I've pushed my wealth tax up now to 50. And the wealth tax threshold, I pushed up to 120. Tavern tax at 12. Barbicide at 40%. Now what I did was here, with the market product price, I kept it at 100%, but then I pushed the purchase cost of the citizens, I pushed it down to 50%. I think it was at 70%. So I brought this down now also to 50%. And now I think I've got a sweet spot really. Like my money is, everything is just operating very smoothly at this stage. And I've pushed the wages up, the basic monthly wages to 3. And also for the laborers' wages, I've pushed it up to 3. And that just seems to work really well for me. It might become a problem when the town becomes bigger and we've got more unemployed people, but I'll try to keep enough production buildings so that we don't exceed 20% unemployment. Yeah, we want to keep it under 20%. Don't want to go over that. So currently it's showing 10% unemployment rate, and the reason for that being so low is now we're in the harvest season. So we've got a lot of laborers that's jumping in to help harvesting the crops. But if we're not sowing and we're not harvesting, you'll see the unemployment rate go up significantly. We're going to check it out now in November, December, how the unemployment rate is going to look, but it will be significantly more. Yeah, so we're almost done with this bridge. It looks pretty straight with the other two bridges here. But this is good, yeah. So as you can see now, we're starting to chop a few more trees and a little bit faster. And that's really what I wanted. So now I'm thinking I'm going to obviously take this forestry down. We've got... Did I break this forestry? Yeah, I did break that forestry down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this forestry down. And I'm going to add myself another one here at the bottom. And then I'm going to start clearing out the trees over here. So let's just put it there for now. Let's just put it there like so. Let's just see how my hay production is looking. Oh yeah, that's looking so much better. We've got at least 2 hay barracks filled. And we're filling up a third one now. I don't think it's going to be much fuller than what it is now. But that is already looking significantly better than what we had. Nothing in these barracks. Okay, well either way. This should last us for now. And now that I've got the extra labor force, I've completed this row house over here. So with the extra labor force that we've got, and with all the different carts, the cart sheds and the cart parkings that we're going to add, I think we should be fine with the next year's production. Okay, so we've got this bridge now done. It's not completely straight, but it's okay. It will pass. I think it would look really cool if I remove all of these trees and also make the same crop fields as what I've got here. So just covering this whole piece of land with crop fields. It's gonna look so nice with the city on the one side, and then you've got all the crop fields over here like so. Now I'm considering to add myself another tavern once we get to 800 population. Okay, let's just do the same here for all of the cart sheds. I'm gonna just say apply to all. Let's just see here. And I've got to just manually order all the carts. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's just see how the unemployment rate is now currently at 14%, 13%, fluctuating there, going up to 15%. Okay, that is perfect. So it will be fine if I add another 5 workers here to this cart shed. I think our labor force will still be strong enough to do what we need to do. I am going to add more houses in any case very soon. Let's just sell a whole bunch of this dried fish. And we've got plenty of sunflower. Let's just do that. And with the salt, let's just do 1,000. I've already had the messenger from Marefa for this year, so that's why my export amounts are much less than it should be. Alright, and I've got 2 carpentries now as well, so with the 2 carpentries, that's more than sufficient to supply all of the carts to repair them. And I don't know, aside from the carts, is there anything else that they repair? No, I don't really think so. But the 2 carpentries should be sufficient in any case. Okay. So let's just say apply to all. Right. And we're going to just tick all the boxes there. Add all those additional cards. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is good. They've pretty much cleared everything over here. There's a few trees here right on the edge of the map, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. We're really not going to build anything additional. And while I'm waiting for these cart parkings to be built, and also for the other forestry, I'm going to just go ahead and add another 2 village houses here with the gardens. Alright, that seems pretty square. Yeah, let's leave it at that. I'm not going to link these cart parkings to any building. And we're going to also limit the laborers to, let's make it maybe 10. So once I've got the forestry removed here, I'm going to add another 2 village houses at the back. And then we'll take it from there. I'm going to add a few row houses on this side. And we'll maybe add 1 or 2 stores within the block of row houses. We've got the market stalls now there also, so I don't know if it's necessary to build stores within the row houses. But I think let's maybe do 1 just to make it a little bit more convenient. And we can do different products within the store that we've got at the bottom. We've got all our non-consumables here, so I'm thinking, I don't even know if it's necessary to have any of these within the other store. Oh, of course. I still need to order the cards for this one. There we go. Looking a little bit better. So I must now look for another location where I can place my second tavern. So it would make sense to kind of place it within this square over here, seeing that we will have a bunch of extra row houses going up the river on this side. And just for all the farming houses that we've got here at the top. So if I place a tavern more or less over here, I think it would be good. Don't want to place it too close to the chapel. It seems a little bit unethical. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna add 4,000 bark. Let's just do the 5 workers. Okay, and I'm going to remove all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here we go. Let's just maybe destroy the bark, the wood, and the logs. They go through the firewood pretty quickly, and they use it for a lot of different things. So I'm not going to destroy the firewood. You can see they're really digging through that firewood. It's pretty amazing how quickly they go through that. Okay, but we are going to produce that extra firewood now from the forestry over here. I might need to consider adding a third forestry. Only for the firewood though. We don't need any other wood. We don't need the planks. We don't need the bark. So I'll maybe just set up a third one just to produce firewood for me. Let's just maybe set up this chapel. We might as well. Okay, 800. Right. 500. 400. 100. I need to look at adding those additional orchards also. There we go. That's it. Iron, I can do with some additional iron. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, I've got plenty of lime. I did assign a third worker here with the lime works. We've got quite a bit of quick lime left. Just want to see within the storage, the limestone storage that we've got over here, we've got 640. And on this side, we've got 1,950. I think, I'm speaking on a correction, but I think we do need like, I think it's 6,000 limestone that we need in order to fill the lime kiln. I think so. Well, it's 6 layers, and I think it's 2,000 per layer. So yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, let's see here. So we pretty much emptied out everything now. That went very quick. And we're going to just deconstruct this forestry. So now we can use the space now to add another 2 village houses. And we should be able now to get these 2 up on time before they start planting the veggies and all of that. I'm hoping to get at least 1 apiary. Man, I've built so many of these houses and I'm still not getting 1. Even restarting the game and building again, I just don't get any luck with that. Now, I did see the developer of Ostriv, he posted on Twitter, or X as it's called now. I saw he did post that we are going to get turnips. It's a new food source that we will be getting. So that's pretty cool. I like the idea that we're getting the turnips as well. But I'm hoping that we will be able to decide what type of crops we want to grow in the village houses. I'm really hoping for that so badly. I can understand why he initially did everything at random. It's like a nice surprise and it almost gives like this additional challenge, but I think it adds more to the management tools that you've got available, just to be able to adjust what type of crops you want in the gardens of the village houses. I'm really hoping for that, because I wouldn't even think twice to do the honey. I have a whole bunch of houses with apiaries because we can trade the honey, I think, to 2 different towns that's willing to buy the honey. So it would make sense for me to have that as a trading commodity. And then I would go for veggies that gives really high yields. So the veggies that I've seen that gives the highest yields is like the peas, the onions, predominantly those 2. I've always got the most of those 2. So I'll probably look at also using that within my village houses. I think they just produce way more. Okay, there we go. But even if I had to go to my granary, let's say now, here's my granary. Okay, let's just see, where's this? Oh, there we go. Alright, so you can see here that my onions is completely full compared to a lot of the other veggies and stuff that we get on the houses. So the onions, I've got 1,200 a piece, I've got 1,500. In fact, let's change the onions also to 1,500. Yeah, let's do that. So that's why I say I will probably look at making the onions and the peas also as a main food commodity. And the garlic is also good generally. So you can see that that's also looking really good. On this side, what have we got here? Got some beetroot. Not a lot though. And on this side, Yeah, it's also not a lot, a decent amount of cucumber. But otherwise, oh, and a lot of beetroot. Okay, so the beetroot's doing pretty well on this side. Let's maybe push this also up to 1,500. Yeah. There we go. And purchase a few extra veggies from the people. Okay, so my car parkings, they're up and running. Also for my car sheds. Yeah, they're operating in full force. Okay, obviously in winter time we don't need as many carts. See, there's only 3 out of the 5 operating and running. But once the sowing season and the harvesting season starts, we're gonna utilize all of them, that's for sure. Yeah, let's see how my hay is looking. So much better. So much better. I've still got almost 4,000 hay to spare, and we're already going into springtime again. So that's what I want to see. And it's going to improve even more now with all the additional carts that we've got. I still need to plant all my trees and shrubs all around the river on this side. See, it's looking good here. So the fence that I've extended on this side with the trees and the shrubs, looking really, really nice. But I can't wait for this new update, so we're gonna just keep on building on this town. I've decided this is the town that I'm going to really expand now. You see? Still no apiaries. Got a whole bunch of raspberries, but we're not getting those apiaries. You see, with the raspberries, I don't bother with the raspberries also because they only stay fresh for a very short while. But what's nice about the houses that produces the raspberries, if it goes to a certain, how can I say, if the shelf life goes over a certain amount of time, they will automatically convert those raspberries into dried fruit, which is a great commodity that I've got at the moment that I'm selling to the people. So I'd rather just let them sell the dried fruit. It just lasts so much longer than the raspberries. Okay, now to add a few bunch of extra wells, I want to definitely look at adding a few maybe on this side. Let's do 1, 2. Do like a third one here somewhere. Suppose we can place it here by the salt works. We do need the water for the brine. Okay, well I think that should do. Let's just keep it like that. Alright, so with the bricks we've got now 18,000 bricks stored. So this is good, because I'm gonna now just start with my row houses here. So I just want to see, it's pretty flat over here. So we can maybe do the row houses with the arcade. I think that's gonna look nice, just to mix it up a bit. We can have the arcade facing the river. We're gonna add a nice pavement going in front of it, and adding some trees and shrubs. It's gonna look really nice. So let's maybe place, don't want it too close to the fishing docks, but yeah, you can see I can place it everywhere or anywhere right against the river because we've got a nice flat surface. So let's place, I think the arcades come with shops. No, they don't. Okay. Right, I'm gonna go by placing it just like that. And then we can do the corner row house. Like so. Yeah, then the third one I'm going to place here, I'm going to definitely add a store as well. I'm going to also make it just a 2-story row house. Just see which is the outer side. This looks like the outside with a bigger door. Better to let that face outwards. There we go. I'm gonna let the corner row house, I'm gonna put that on hold. And let's maybe move this one to the front. Yeah. So that we can set up the store, and then at least they've got enough food to supply all the people within this radius over here. I'm gonna just move it second in the row. Because I want to utilize the stone now. We're starting to fill up here with the brickworks, or we are already filled up. So I want them just to take the bricks as soon as possible so that they can burn and dry some more bricks for us. So you can see here the graveyard. Yeah, it's getting filled up now, slowly but surely. But we are already 24 years within this game. So I think it's a pretty well established community for 24 years. It's looking really good. I think realistically speaking, they've done very good time building a town like this within 24 years in the 1700s. Righty, we've got the wagons here that's transporting the bricks for us. That's really good. So we've got the wagon and the carters carrying all the bricks now. Yeah, see, it's really handy to have these carters and the wagoneers. They carry a whole bunch of bricks one time. So I mean, they carried now 10,000 bricks within, I've got it on fast forward, but that was still a very good time for them to carry that amount of bricks. So here we can now look at the statistics over here. We've got currently 44 carts, and that is for a population of 715. I think it's a good amount. Maybe push the carts up to, I would say 50 maybe. And we've got 5 wagons. I am going to add a 6th wagon very soon. But I think the wagons we can also push up maybe to 10 for where we are now with the current population. 9 plows, yeah, that's for the 3 farms, that's fine. And we've got 21 fishing boats. So definitely a fishing community. If you've got only 715 people in the town, but you've got 21 boats operating out of that town, I think that's a pretty good statistic, and that will qualify as a fishing town. I'm really not sure if I should add the clothes or all the non-consumables, if I should add it here, but I think I should, because I'm gonna make a pretty big block of row houses here. So we want all the different products to be close to them. Otherwise, they just spend too much time walking around collecting groceries while they could have helped me with basic labor work. Yeah, so let's see, 1,500 spend time. And we're going to sell now 800 clothes, warm clothes. Look at that, 320 coin. Lovely. Just for one item. It's kind of odd that we're not increasing our broadcloth. I mean, I've got so many quilling mills to create the broadcloth. There we go. Got plenty of beer. I'm going to do that. We can purchase some additional windows. Let's do 500, I think. Yeah, so currently I've got 4 quilling mills. I suppose it's not that many. Can probably add another one. Let's look at adding it maybe towards this side. Not really practical because we don't have any sheep farms on this side. Okay, I think before I add another filling mill, I'm going to have to just add a few more extra houses here going to the top. Otherwise, they're going to take very long to get to the workplace. Right, so we've got the store over here. And let's just say automatic add. So, no. Yeah, that's not going to work. Don't want the fish, don't want the salt. Let's just do this. I'll have to do this manually. Okay, let's see what we've got an access of. Mutton. Oh, kind of got a lot of mutton there. I suppose mutton would be a good product to have. Let's add the mutton. Let's see in the granaries over here what we've got. Cucumber, dried fish, wheat, beetroot. Ah, you can do beetroot. And I think I'm going to do the dried fruit as well. Add the dried fruit. And peas. We can maybe do the last one. We can do the peas. Got so much of that. Here we go. Yeah, and then they should be sorted now. Okay, we did see now the exclamation mark popping up here. They had a shortage of hay, but it quickly went away. That's really cool. My hay problems are definitely sorted out now. Okay, now I just traded with these guys, so the only thing I'm going to trade is the warm clothes, and yeah, that's it. I'm not going to worry about anything else. You can see my treasury has exponentially increased now. We're just under 4,000. I should be going over 14,000, sorry. I should be going over 14,000 now with the one trade that I'm going to do for the warm clothes. Oh my goodness, so these arcades, the row houses with the arcade, they do have a store. Oh, that kind of sucks. It doesn't say that it's got a store. Oh man, okay, well, either way, we're not going to utilize them. Definitely not. You can start with the corner row house over here. Got 3 families in both of these. That's fine. Now I'm going to make the bigger row houses at the back. I think it's going to look nice with the shorter row houses in the front and the bigger ones at the back. It's going to just look more scenic. But everything's running really smooth. And I think I'm going to call it now for this episode. I want to thank you all so much for watching and joining in. We're going to continue with this. Hopefully the new update, the Alpha 6, is going to come out sooner than later. They are intending to release it within January. But I'm just hoping for, as they say, a Christmas miracle, that we can get it a little bit earlier. It's going to be nice to incorporate all those new things within this town. And there are many rumors of us getting a bakery. So then we can see how we can implement that also within our town. But thank you for watching, and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
In a game of adventure and strategy, we make our mark. That's the game of building kingdoms from the top. Together we rise, we conquer. We build our own empire in the realms of